Hey, what's up, everybody? Come on into the Periscope. I won't be before you guys long. Of course, I have to go to the Y today. Today's my last day, man, so it's a bittersweet day. This is my last day at the Y, but it's my first day heading towards working for CMS. I'll be able to mentor kids with behavioral problems and implement programs. So that's the sweet spot for the coach. So come on into the Periscope. I won't be before you guys too long. I just want to make sure I encourage you guys this. What's up, Flint? I want to encourage you guys on this Friday. I was just going through, and a quote popped into me, and I was like, wounds and wisdom. I know someone posted a quote about this a while back, and I said, man, I'm gonna do a Periscope on that topic one day. So it kind of came back in my spirit. So, oh, thanks, Alabama. I'm glad. I'm excited. There's a lot of programs, AIR's program, Ruby's programs, a lot of things that I would love to help CMS do. Hey, thank you for watching from Holland. That I want to be able to implement to get these kids plugged into their purpose, man. What's up, Maryland? Thanks, Maryland. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, guys. So go ahead and share this broadcast to everyone. Hit Bouncer White to the right. Hit the young brother up there, discipling. Hit him. Share on Twitter. Share on Facebook. Share on Instagram. Share with your classmates, your college mates. Share with everybody. Tell your teacher to stop teaching right now, and then put me on the screen so I can be able to help you guys turn your wounds into wisdom. Come on in. Thank you guys for sharing. I appreciate that. Also, I was just watching the video you posted. Really? Thank you for watching, man. I got some great material coming out this weekend. A new I Follow Our Lead video was up. I Follow Our Lead is a program for young men and men, period, to help them follow the right principles and lead accordingly. So we're on episode 5, talking about Am I in the Will of God? I believe that video will be a blessing both for men and women. I'm also got another Sunday prep coming out this Sunday. Every Sunday, I'm going to drop a motivational video called a Sunday prep, giving you guys an opportunity to prep on Sunday to make sure that your weeks are beneficial. And, a powerful lecture last night, how to develop an offense and defense against warfare. So I gave some wisdom and some nuggets that I believe will help you guys when you face warfare, when you face different things. But let's get right into what I want to talk about today so I can get to work for my last day at the Y. Basically, a lot of people get so caught up or too consumed with what happened to them. They get so caught up on, yo, man, what my past, Josh, I went through this, I went through that. I tell people, man, in order for you to advance in life, you have to look at life based upon wins and lessons, not wins and losses. When people look at life based upon wins and losses, they mostly focus on that loss column. They focus on how many L's they've taken, how many L's they're holding, versus looking deeper into that loss and discovering the wisdom, the lessons within them. So what happens, many people are walking around with the woe is me mentality or the why me mentality instead of the try me mentality. The try me mentality says, continue to try me because when you try me, I grow. And so what happens in life, when you look at your life based upon wins and lessons, you say that every time I go through something, I'm going to learn it. Every time you look at your past, you got to look at your past as a resume. For those who's been following me understands that analogy. When you look at your past, it's developing a resume that gives you the credentials to be able to reach the people forward. So if you don't have a good resume, if you're not looking at your past correctly, how will you be able to accurately reach those people ahead of you? So what happens when you bring a resume to a potential employer, they're saying, do you have a history in this field? If you have a history in this field that matches their requirements, then they're going to give you the opportunity to reach deeper into their company. And so when you look back at your past and you wonder, whoa, why did I go through this? Maybe God was writing your resume. Maybe God was writing your history to give you a promise, to give you a people, to give you a possibility, to give you a promise, to give you something to be able to help others. So when you look at your life, you say, man, these wounds may have been bloody. These wounds may have been deep, but I know for a fact there is wisdom here. Most people don't learn from their past. That's why they will never become successful in the future. You got to make sure everything that I've gone through and everything that I'm going through now, what are the lessons here? What can I become wiser at? What can I become more mature at? And when you have the right perspective on what you went through, there won't be no woe is me. There won't be no why me. There will be, you know what, continue to try me, because the more I am tried, the more I'm taught. The more I'm taught, the more I learn. The more I learn, the more I grow. The more I grow, the more impactful I become. You got to look at your life and say, you know what, no more of this looking at my life as, If he got shot 30 times, hey man, listen. If he got shot 30 times, he's still alive. That's a miracle. So that's a story in and of itself. So it doesn't matter what you go through in life, God can use it. But if you do not understand it, you will abuse it. And what I mean by that, you'll abuse what you've been through instead of looking at it the right way. So I hope this quick Periscope helped you guys. So let me give you some practical ways just from the top of the dome of how you can look at your wounds correctly. Number one, you got to understand that if you're still alive, you still have hope. If you're still alive, you have opportunity. Meaning, most people who look at their past too much, they drown in their past and they overlook the present. Many people focusing too much on their past and they never unwrap the present. Meaning, if you change your perspective on it, you can actually utilize that wisdom today. There are people that cross your path every day that has the same story. And when you change your perception, you can help them change their perception as they're going through. Number two, when you turn your wounds into wisdom, you're giving yourself opportunity to set yourself up for your purpose. Meaning your purpose is a direct reflection of your past. What you going through and what you're going through sets you up for your purpose. Listen, I am now able to reach those young brothers who went through pornography, went through lust. I can now reach those people who was brought up in a single parent. I can reach those people who may not have was brought up without a father. I can reach those people who struggle with abandonment. I can reach those people. I can look at my past and say, who is my audience? Your past will reveal your audience. Because when you look at your past, you're going to be like, I'm called to reach those people, for those people who were molested, those people who were raped, those people who was abused, those people who was rejected. You can look back and say, that's my audience. When you look at your past, you will now know who your audience is. And when you know your past, you'll be like, you know what? This is my purpose. And many people be like, well, God, give me this type of purpose. No, God said, look backwards to find out what I've called you towards. That's all I got. That was powerful. I hope it was. Any questions before I go? I got about your circumstances allows you to help those who's been through what you've been through. Exactly. That's why I don't look at my past no more. I thank God the route that I went through. Do I want to redo it? Nah. But would I change it? No. I'm so glad I went through what I went through because now I can reach more people. My son's father left me with a special needs child. I am now 2 years in a teaching program for special ed. Keep going. Keep going. I don't care what struggle you're going through right now. I don't care what situation you find yourself. God is the replacement. No matter who left or who was removed, God is the replacement. I still struggle with lust. Every time I'm like, why me, God? I need more guidance. Okay, let's talk about lust. I got a question from a young brother on YouTube last night talking about he struggled with lust as well. All right, so basically, lust, first off, you got to understand what lust is. Lust is an overbearing desire for something. Lust in the form of money is greed. Lust in the form of comparisons is envy. Lust is a strong, overbearing desire for something. So when you understand what lust is, you'll understand that, do I have a desire that's overbearing? Lustful sexual lust, that type of lust, is one of the strongest forms. It's an overbearing desire for something that only satisfies, temporarily. So what you got to understand, what got me away from pornography, what got me away from those type of things, when I realized the effects of lust, the effects, like temporary satisfaction does not compare to long-lasting satisfaction, meaning the long-lasting satisfaction of marriage one day, the long-lasting satisfaction of sex within marriage. Those things cannot compare, or the lustful things cannot compare to those different things. So when I realized okay, gotcha. Well, for that specific question, you have to understand that what have you allowed to be sexual around you? Meaning when you have sexual dreams, that means there's sexual demons that are trying to keep that fire aflame. There's sexual demons that's trying to keep you that's trying to keep you sexually in tune. Meaning they don't fight fair. They're going to attack you when you're vulnerable. They're going to attack your dreams. They're going to attack you when you sleep, because they know for a fact that if while you're asleep, I can keep that sexual engine going. So what you do is you got to remove every sexual thing you got to move every sexual thing away from your environments. Meaning you got to remove those songs. You got to stop listening to that type of music. You got to turn off Power. You got to turn off Empire. You got to turn off these sexual shows. You got to turn off all these different things to make sure your conscience is not continuously soaking in sexual things. Because whatever you soak in throughout the day, it's going to flood into your dream world. It's going to flood into your fantasy world. It's going to flood into your real world. So when you change your climate and you change your atmosphere and you repent and you rest in what what Christ wants to do for you, you will now begin to be renewed and purified so that when those things begin to weigh off of you and those demons see how serious you are about God, man, those dreams will subside. You got to change your climate both internally and externally. You got to change your environment internally and externally. I've been through so much. How do I know which path can be my purpose? Good question. When I told my main man, Drew, on the I Follow I Lead, I told him that he asked the same question. You know if you're on the right path if you keep showing up to the path with God. And what I mean by that, if you keep, like, what messed up Adam was, when God wanted to come down and walk with him in the cool of the day, Adam didn't show up. God showed up. Adam didn't. And what happened with most people is they stopped showing up to walk with God. The best way to know what path to follow is to walk with God, because if you walk with God, you're going to be on the right path. Oh, you walking. So all I tell you is to keep showing up at the cool of the day. Keep showing up at that special place where God wants to talk with you. Because when you do that, you will know that you're on the right path. Man, I got to go to work, guys. I'm on Periscope tonight or tomorrow. Now that I have an iPhone, now I'm able to get out here in these streets again. I'm out here Periscoping with the folks. So I'm going to come back, man, and answer you guys' questions. Love you guys. Got to go to work. Peace.